Hi, everyone. Mary Ellen Vanaken in Atlanta, Georgia. And today I have an amazing treat for you. I have Shirley Frantz, and she is from the Silicon Valley area of California. So thank you for coming onto our podcast and video podcast today. And just tell us a little bit about yourself.
Oh, hi, Mary Ellen. Thank you so much for having me. So I am an agent with Keller Williams. I've been in the business going on 7 years. I absolutely love it. I cover Silicon Valley area, which includes Cupertino, Sunnyvale, up to Palo Alto, up towards San Francisco, and down towards Santa Cruz. I've earned into the luxury program. I'm part of Luxury Pro with you. Yes. And I love the business. I love helping people.
Perfect. So let's talk about your backgrounds, family, schooling. What made you get into real estate?
Well, I had the benefit of being a stay-at-home mom when my kids were growing up.
Yes.
And I don't sit still very well at all, like most of us in
we
the
all
business.
Do. Nobody's really like that.
So like when my youngest started kindergarten, I became a yard duty person. With the whistle, and they always put me in the kindergarten playground, but whatever. So that evolved actually, and while I was doing that, I became a volunteer with the PTA, and an interesting thing, vice president of membership. And what does that get you? Everybody's contact info.
Right.
And so I was involved with the PTA at all 3 of my kids' schools.
Wow.
I was president, actually.
So, I could totally see that.
That's funny because I don't know why but I just gravitated toward it. And so when the youngest one went to college, my husband and I were like, well, what am I going to do now? I have more time. I'm not on a school schedule. And I know all these people in my neighborhood. So I got my license.
That's amazing.
It took me about 3 months to have my first client, which was actually a student's parents buying their first home.
That's awesome. That's amazing. That's fantastic. So tell me a little bit about you and your backgrounds. Where are you born and raised, and where you went to school?
I was born in LA in Glendale. I grew up in Orange County and actually Newport Beach before it was the OC. There were cows grazing back then in Newport. Yeah, it didn't look like a movie set. And then I went to college at UC Davis by Sacramento. I studied dietetics, which is nutrition and management classes.
Okay.
So it's a program geared to become a registered dietitian. And this was back in the dark ages when they didn't really know what vitamin E did. And things, right? Yeah. The dark ages of the 80s. So, and then I realized I didn't want to work in a hospital. I really liked the restaurant, the food service.
Right.
Working with healthy people. And I like the speed of a busy restaurant, and every day is different. So I went into food service management. I worked for Marriott, which the division of that company is now called Sodexo. They sold to Sodexo. I was a general manager for corporate food service and higher education. So I was at Hewlett Packard's when they were predominantly in the Cupertino area, because I was already living where I live now. I was at Loral Space Systems where they would do the satellite launches. Cool. And we had to be available like 24 hours a day.
That's so cool.
To feed the people who monitored the satellites. Then my husband got his PhD at UC Riverside. So we moved down south for 4 years while he did that. And I worked at the Claremont colleges. I worked at Harvey Mudd, actually. doing the
Nice.
same thing, food service. And again, that was 24 hours a day because they would have parties, they would have, the catering would be early in the morning. You'd have a party at the president's home until
Sure. Yeah.
midnight, 1 o'clock.
Nice.
It was kind of gruesome. I'd bring 2 pairs of shoes
Yeah,
or,
exactly.
to switch
Imagine.
out
Yes.
because it was tiring.
Yeah. So what I see in your background history is that you had to be, you were demanding, they were demanding you to do all these things. So you had to listen to the clients. You had to then prepare all these food items and everything for them and be at their beck and call. So you were a great listener of what you had to do to take care of them. And then your background with being the PTA president and getting your database, you are just that all-in community. So that's what I see you as, this all-in community. You want to give back to the community. You care about your clients. You want to give them the top-notch customer service experience.
Mm-hmm.
And it's all about them. So you really have the background of being in the food industry is one of the hardest industries. I was in that too, waiting tables, doing all that. I think most of us have been in that service industry and we know how to service our clients. So that's why I gravitate towards people like myself, because we are such client customer service orientated. So that's what I see about you. Definitely.
Yeah, it's kind of, we're kind of selfless.
Yes.
It's all about the other people.
And being PTA president, oh my goodness. I raised money for the school. I did galas. I did all that stuff for free. We did all that stuff for free when our kids were in school. And then we're like, you know what? We need to take care of our family too and grow our family. So that's what I did too. So my background is a little very similar to yours.
Yeah, super similar.
Very similar of being home with the kids and doing that. And then after the kids got a little older, and going to all their games and soccer and all that stuff, then it was time for us to then, be our career, our second career after.
Mm-hmm, mm-hmm.
It was like our first career, then our kids, and then our second career of real estate. I did the same kind of thing that you did. So I love that. So you talked to us about the areas that you cover. Tell us about what type of homes you sell and like the average price point so that our viewers know.
Okay. Well, so in our county, the average single family home is about $1.8 million.
Okay.
And they typically sell in a week.
Oh yeah.
So we have a really quick market.
20 years. It seems like your market has always been like that.
Yeah, it's kind of a unique area. There's no more single family lots.
Right.
And there is open space super close to us in hills. It's the hills from between the San Francisco Bay and the Pacific Ocean that are protected, that will never be built on. So
that's nice though.
So there's a finite amount of land in homes. My price point is around $3 million. Yeah, and those homes don't come with an ocean view. It's the good schools, public schools, the proximity to Apple, Lockheed Martin's there, NASA. Yes. I don't talk about that very much. LinkedIn, Meta, Microsoft. I tell people it's like 3 miles from where I live to all of those headquarters.
Yeah, that's really your market then.
Mm-hmm,
really market. Mm-hmm. So for $3 million, let me ask you, how much square foot? I mean, of course it's not an ocean view. So what kind of square footage, how many bedrooms, bathrooms, just kind of curious.
It is what it is.
Exactly.
You'll get 3 to 4 bedrooms.
Okay.
2.5 baths. Depending on which city, maybe a family room along with the living room.
Sure.
We're talking 2,000 square feet.
Okay. So
on a 6,000 foot lot.
So in the area I live in, 2,000 square feet would be, maybe 600,000. So it's 600,000. So
it is.
You're paying for California. We know California is expensive. We know that people love California. You have amazing climate. So it is what it is, right?
It is. And when the native Californians, we love it.
You do. You love
There are
where
no
you
big bugs. The humidity's not bad, so.
You love it. So what are the most desirable neighborhoods in your area and why?
So I live in a city called Sunnyvale, and there the neighborhoods are like the Cherry Chase neighborhood, the West Valley neighborhood, and basically because of the public schools
Yes.
and the proximity to Apple headquarters, it's very close.
That's why people are moving there.
Yes.
Yeah.
It's like 2 miles, so you can't
Exactly why that's an easy commute, right?
you don't have to go on the freeway. Yeah.
And your kids are in great schools and you've got a great community. So, so it's very, very desirable.
And you're an hour from San Francisco.
Which is perfect.
Yeah.
So if you want to hop on a plane.
Yeah. There are 2 airports you can choose from, San Jose or San Francisco. It's great. Then when you get it, Cupertino is very popular too. Again, for the schools. In San Jose, Willow Glen is a cute neighborhood. They have a quaint downtown, whereas downtown San Jose is much more a urban feel, new buildings. So Willow Glen has the old like Italian deli and old school shopping, the downtown area, and quaint craftsman bungalows still, and it's kind of turning over some of the super old houses.
Right. So do you have like a lot of tear downs in the area too as well?
In certain areas, Willow Glen is one of them because the homes may have been like 1,000 square feet.
Right.
On the 6,000 square foot. Yes. So we've seen a lot of turnover with them when somebody passes and then that house comes on the market. And if they want to sell it quickly to an investor, and then they build a bigger house, much bigger house.
Much bigger house.
A much bigger modern house. Yeah.
Yeah, right. Not those 1960s houses, right? Yeah.
No.
So what are the biggest draws for people relocating to your area? I mean, you did touch a little bit on that. And what is the biggest challenges? So let's deal with those 2 questions.
Okay. The biggest draws is it's for work. We see most people moving here. There's also, we talk about the tech business, but there's also venture capitalists. That's a big occupation here, relatively. And pharma, the biotech, pharmaceuticals. Nice. Yeah. So like Roche, Genentech, not Eli Lilly, Pfizer now is here too. So that actually has. Sorry,
the big draw is relocation. People are relocating there.
It's for work, and it's been it's because it's so diverse. It's pretty stable. Like the 2008 economy, it didn't really affect our home prices that much. It was a little blip as compared to some areas.
Right. Exactly. We had the same here in Atlanta too, as well. We didn't have.
Yeah, that's nice.
So it is very stable real estate. So what are some of the biggest challenges people have when they move to your area?
Oh my gosh, affordability.
Yes.
Without a doubt. It's quite a shock.
It's a shock.
Yeah. It's and some of it's the expectation too of what you can buy, and then you're looking at these homes that just they're pricey compared to other parts of the nation, and to qualify.
So just in the recent maybe 6 months, what states are people moving to your area from? Just curious.
If you look at the relocation maps, it's mostly within the state or in New York.
New York.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, New York, DC area.
Okay. Yeah, because what happens is someone gets a promotion and then they have to come out to Silicon Valley, right? So then they're leaving from their other place, coming there, and like you said, affordability.
Yeah, Seattle is another place actually because of the industry, the pharmaceuticals. And
Perfect. So obviously we talked a lot about what industries drive the economy. and the major companies we've already. Is there any more that you needed to add that you haven't already discussed?
Netflix,
Okay.
the universities, Stanford.
Yes, people don't
Yeah.
realize that brings a lot of people to your area.
And Stanford has a unique situation where they have homes on the campus
Oh, really? Okay.
that if you're, I think you have to be a professor. There are certain criteria to make you eligible in order to purchase one of those homes. But
Okay.
when they developed the community, they didn't include an end date. Like if you retire, you have to leave.
Right.
And so people don't leave, right? You know what
They
happens.
don't leave,
People
right? They
don't
leave it
leave.
in the
Well,
family.
they don't leave. It's a beautiful area.
It is always beautiful. I have never been there personally, but I've seen, like the campus, and I've seen, football games and things like that. And it just looks like such an amazing experience, a university to be at. So
Yeah,
I
yeah.
love that they have those houses on campus. That's a good tidbit that I just learned today.
Yeah,
So
it's a
great.
little niche area because why would you leave once you got in?
Yeah,
So
you don't want to leave. You don't want to leave the area once you got in. I got it. I mean, yeah, who could say I live on Stanford University's
right.
campus? I mean, that's kind of amazing. All right, so let's talk about what kind of popular activities, hobbies people enjoy in your city.
Pickleball, of course.
Yes, I'm a
Pickleball
pickleball
is,
player.
are you? Yeah, it's hard to get a court. So we've reverted to taking classes
Okay,
so we can
interesting.
get a court. Yeah.
Oh, interesting.
Tennis, cycling, because we do have the rolling hills and some
Yes.
steep climbs. Outdoor cycling, and you can do that year round. If
Yeah.
if you just
I mean,
have
your
the
weather,
right
we'll
gear.
talk about the weather, but I mean, you can do all these activities
Mhm.
outside. Kind of like where we are too. We don't play pickleball and tennis inside, it's outside. And right now it's the pollen that's killing us. You know what I
Oh
mean?
yeah, same.
It's the spring. So the pollen is totally killing us in pickleball and tennis, and the courts are green. So yeah, we'll talk about that another time. So I see wine tasting too and hiking. I mean,
Yeah.
why can't you, I mean, you got to go wine tasting when you're in California.
Yeah, and there are wineries nearby
Good.
in the county.
Yeah, I mean, you don't have to go to Napa to get
No,
something.
you don't. You don't.
You can do it right in Silicon Valley. That's awesome.
Mhm.
So, what is the food scene like? Culture, music, museums, theaters. What do you kind of have in your area that people tend
Food is international. You can get
Yes.
anything where we are. There's a lot of Indian restaurants, Asian, South American, Mexican food.
Yes.
There's several Michelin star restaurants in a 20-minute drive radius, probably. Los Gatos, Palo Alto, San
Right.
Jose even. And then you go up to San Francisco.
Yeah,
Up the peninsula, there's Michelin star restaurants up there. So there's something for everybody. There's
How
a guy
take
in
you to drive to San Francisco? An hour, did you say?
about an hour.
Okay.
I'm actually going up there tonight to see a concert. That's
there you go.
where you go. That's where you go for music.
So it's kind of like, it's kind of like you're in the suburbs and you go to San Francisco for those theater activities and concerts.
Yes, you can. To me, you can see there's good theater in San Jose, and it's easier to get to. But if you are into music that isn't opera, there's opera here too, I think. But you go to San Francisco.
Yeah, that's good. All right, fantastic. So traffic. I always love this topic because we have this issue here. So traffic in your area.
So traffic is, I just read that we don't have commute traffic anymore. We just have traffic now.
Well, that makes sense.
Right. It went from, it was so nice during COVID, nobody on the road. And then it's just, we're really aggressive now. Everybody trying to get to work in the morning, having the companies go back more to report in. You can tell the days you have to go into work. The traffic's worse. And then I noticed something last night is that people drive differently after work on their way home
Oh,
than they
okay.
do on the way to work. Not necessarily better, but just different.
That's so interesting. And then I know you touched on electric cars. So, because I guess gas is very expensive in California, right? So you're seeing a lot more electric cars and Teslas. Is that correct?
Yes. And that's actually, it's a nice selling feature for people selling a home if they have a car charger in their garage.
Oh, yeah. I
Yeah.
mean, I've got, and it's funny you say that because I have some clients who are closing tomorrow and they're moving from California, they're retiring, coming here, and he's like, "Well, I have a Tesla and I need a," and I was like, "Well, we can get, it's a brand new construction." So I said, "Okay, we can get the builder to get the electrician to come in and take care of it for you." But yeah, it's a huge selling point. I'm sure all the homes have the chargers in their garages. So yeah,
Yeah.
I can see
That
that.
and solar. You can have solar, like I'm sure in Georgia, a lot of people have solar panels
Yeah. Actually,
because of the
believe it or
weather.
not, you would think that there would be a lot. There's not a lot of solar in
Huh.
Georgia. I don't know why, but a couple here and there. But talking to people from Hawaii, California, everybody, a lot of people have solar, and we just haven't. They haven't really done a lot of solar here. But it's always interesting to talk to people from other parts of the country and see what they're doing. So
So I just thought of this. So the older homes in Santa Clara County in this
mhm.
area they didn't have air conditioning. Like
Oh
when we bought our house in 1999, it didn't have air conditioning. We'd have Carl
yeah.
the fog instead. We'd get hot weather for a couple days and then the fog would roll in.
Ah, okay.
So then we've had solar for a long time, but we put in air conditioning after the fires in
Okay.
2021, I think it was,
Okay.
when we were still, maybe it was 2020, when we were still pretty much shut down and couldn't go anywhere.
Right. Everybody
And then,
spent money that time, right? In 2020, I think we
well,
redid part of our backyard. We were out there doing work because what else could we do, right?
yeah, and there was no place to go because
Right.
things
You
were
couldn't go
closed.
anywhere,
And
so you're just
so
at
we
home
were,
doing stuff. We
yeah,
drank
there
a lot
were,
of wine. We had like a lot of
oh my
wine
gosh.
dinners. Listen to this. So our local restaurants would do wine dinners. So what they would do is they would put meals together. You'd go pick up the meals and the bottle of wine, and then on Zoom we would have with the winery wherever it's from, was California or Italy or whatever, we'd have a Zoom call for like an hour talking about the wine and drinking and eating our food. It was amazing. It was fun.
That's funny.
That's how they pivoted during COVID around here, which I'm sure you probably did the same thing too.
Yeah, they had to do something to stay in business.
That's
Yeah.
right. So, what's the overall vibe of your city?
Um, People like to have fun on the weekends, but during the week, you're working.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so you got a lot of worker bees,
Hmm.
a
Hmm.
lot of double income families because the
Yes.
prices
Yeah.
of the houses, right? There's not a
Uh-huh.
lot of stay-at-home moms, is what you're saying, or dads, right?
Yeah. It comes with the territory, I guess.
Right. Yeah. If you want to
Yeah.
live in the area, you probably need a double income,
Hmm.
So
Hmm.
I can see that too. So what's the climate like in throughout the year? Do you see the seasons? What's the weather like?
We do see the seasons, believe it or not. It's this morning, I think it was 43, still kind of cold. And
Yeah.
it's supposed to get up to 65. So, spring and fall are the layering. You never know what's going to happen during the day. Be
Mhm.
prepared for anything. Um, summer, summer is like 80 degrees usually,
Yeah.
60 to 80. We'll have a few hot days over 90. Um, Not many over 100, thankfully.
Yeah.
Um, it usually it doesn't freeze very often.
Right.
Maybe I think of February as the time when I'd have to scrape my windshield
Yeah.
because I don't park in the garage.
Mhm.
Um, and it's pretty temperate. There was something else I was going to say about the weather.
Well, I
Oh,
think
I know. We always carry a jacket.
Yes, because all of a sudden it gets like, really cold. Like I remember being, and everyone thinks California, oh, but
Oh,
then like at night, once the sun goes down,
uh-huh.
you need an extra jacket. So yeah,
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
definitely see that you need that extra jacket. So
And the breeze kicks up at 4 o'clock during the summer. It's funny, you can set your clock to it. And when they say, what did he say? The coldest winter I ever spent was a summer in San Francisco. I think
there you
Mark
go.
Twain said something like that. We went to Outside Lands one year, the music festival in August.
Okay.
I wore a down jacket, a beanie, wool socks
Oh
the
my goodness.
entire 3 days
Wow.
because it was overcast and cold. It was like maybe 60 degrees, and
I love what you put
it
here.
gets
You
cold.
put no big bugs and low humidity, where we're in a place where the humidity, I walk outside, my hair goes like this. I'm trying to straighten it and it's like poofing out. So I love, and I think that's why people really love California, because it really is a great temperature all year round.
Yeah, and you can
I
get
think
to the
people really do
snow.
like that. And tell us a little bit about the fog. The
Um,
fog.
the fog. You can see it rolling over the hills.
That is so cool.
Um,
I
and
envision that. It's like rolling over.
yeah, literally you can watch it. Um, and I think it was this year. You just drive. Sometimes you just kind of drive into it. Even in Southern California, you get fog because
Mhm.
it's warm inland, and then you have the ocean right there
Right.
where it rolls in. Sometimes you can be in different parts of San Francisco. It'll be sunny in one part, foggy in another, or you just drive. Like, yeah, it's microclimates around here.
All right. Well, we'll go away from the climate and let's talk about what you personally like to do outside of real estate.
I have 2 black labs,
Yes.
so I like my dogs. I do road cycle.
I
I
love
like to read. I used to like to cook, but now that it's just the two of us,
yeah.
my husband works from home, so he's learned to cook, so that's nice.
Yes.
I like to go to see bands,
Nice.
concerts.
Yeah, concerts, like you said, you're
Yeah.
going tonight to a concert.
Yeah. I like to hang out with my friends, play pickleball, watch movies. Yeah.
That's good.
Netflix, White Lotus. Yeah.
There you go. Why not just like a typical person in the US, right?
Yeah. I like to travel.
Do you have any local, like, so when you have a client who comes in and they're like, hey, I would love like a referral of like your favorite restaurant or spot, or just something, what would you give them just to kind of give them that same experience you have within like a restaurant or something?
Oh, well, depending on what kind of food.
Yes.
There's a restaurant in Sunnyvale called Dish Dash
Okay.
that is very good. It's Middle Eastern, kebabs and stuff. It's got a great menu, cocktails. You can sit inside or outside.
Right.
Yeah, it's a kind of a local busy spot.
Yeah, and that's what I always say. It's always nice to say, hey, or one area, hey, you go to the downtown here, and they've got every restaurant I can imagine, all the different foods. So whatever you like internationally, you could probably get in one area too as well.
Downtown Los Gatos is really good for that. It's got more than one street, more than one block of shops, and a lot of independent merchants.
Nice. I love
and
that.
Restaurants of all kinds. It's a really popular place for people that are doing staycations to go spend the day.
That's a great staycation. There we go.
Yeah.
So what is your favorite either travel destination you've been to or something on your bucket list that you can tell our viewers? I always feel like this question tells a lot about somebody. So I always love to hear people's answers to this.
Oh, I really want to go to Morocco.
Okay.
And do an African safari.
Oh, you have to. You have to. It is like unbelievable. So that's all I have to say.
Yeah. And we just went to Amsterdam last year. I loved Amsterdam.
Did you go during the tulip season, like right now?
No, we were there in
Yeah, just
October, beginning of October.
oh, nice.
I
Okay.
bought a I bought a raincoat, a real raincoat.
Real
Um,
raincoat. Well, Amsterdam, you really kind of need a real raincoat
yeah,
there.
it was just it was still beautiful even without the tulips. It was
Yeah, it
beautiful. You
really
walk
is. The
everywhere.
fall, everything is Amsterdam is just one. Now, when you're in Amsterdam and oh my goodness, the bicycles come
Oh my
flying
gosh.
around and you're like, it's like they're bees. You know what I mean? Like all of a sudden you
There,
see like a swarm of bees and it's them riding their bicycles and you have to watch out for the bicycles, not the cars.
I think my husband pulled me back out of the street
A
many
couple
times.
times,
Yeah,
yeah.
just a couple. Yeah. The place we go to over and over again is Puerto Vallarta
Oh,
in
nice.
Mexico.
Okay. Yes, that's beautiful.
Hmm.
Beautiful area. So, yeah, so that tells a lot about a person where they like to go.
We
You
like to be.
definitely have to do the safari, and Amsterdam is just one of those places that you can just keep going back to and have a different experience every time you do that. So,
Yeah.
all right. So, what has been your most rewarding real estate transaction and why?
Um, so I had these clients that I'm not sure if this is what I wrote about or not, but I
Okay.
met these clients during COVID. They wanted
Okay.
to see one of my listings. And so they looked at the house and then I started showing them other houses. And they're not first time home buyers. They were looking for a single family home though. They were in
Right.
a townhouse.
Mhm. Sure.
And these sweet people, they they're from another country. They have a lot of cultural things going on,
Mhm.
orientation of the home, limitations and
Yeah.
restrictions on requirements of how they needed the home to look. So that limited what they could see.
Right.
They had one of them had a job change at one point, was unemployed, and they had one death in the family, which sent one of them back to their home country, and
Right.
then they had a restriction if they couldn't buy a home for a whole year
Oh, wow. Yeah.
because of that. Because it, to me, it was because if they moved during that first year, the spirit wouldn't be able to find them.
Got it. Yeah, I mean,
Okay? It
there's
makes sense.
isn't it so cool to, like, have clients that have like, are so strong in their culture that you learn from them? I think that
Yes.
it's so rewarding. So that is a great so did you finally find them a home?
2 years later, unfortunately, their budget increased during
Right.
that time. But yeah, 2 years. I showed them so many homes. We wrote 10 offers because they had a big learning curve to
Understand.
understanding the way our market works with we tend to price low here.
Yes. So that
Um,
it drives up the property and you get multiple offers and then yeah, and they
yeah,
don't understand. So
yeah,
to really think about it, the type of agent you are is that in this story is that you were consistent with these people, following up with them all the time, finding them that perfect property and letting them understand the market of where they had to come in to get the house.
yes, yeah. We
So
had more than one sit down about like, look, here's the data.
right.
Let me
Here's
show
the data.
you.
I can just tell you this is the data. And if we want this house, we need to go here.
Mhm,
And if
mhm.
you're not comfortable doing that, then then we need to find something else. So
Yeah.
yes.
And I am pretty sure I toured the homes with them every single time because it was during COVID. So we had the restrictions of no open houses. But then even during open houses, I was with them. So I saw every single home they did.
Right.
And yeah,
So you found him the diamond in the rough. And that's what's the best thing about
yes.
it.
It's a beautiful home. I'd live in it. So yeah.
That's awesome. So anything else you want to add about real estate or you or anything else before we end our conversation today?
Not really. I really
We covered
love
so much. We
I
really did.
love the business. I think about, down the road, what am I going to do? I'm like, well, what would I be doing if I weren't doing this? It's just, I enjoy it. I love helping people.
Yes, good. Well, I love that. So what I learned about you today is just about all your background is that you come from a service industry, you come from just come from contribution. You're always helping out with the community. You're looking to give that client experience. You are persistent because you have to be in your market. You don't have a choice, and to find those people, that diamond in the rough. And I think that that's really what I really love about you, because not everyone can be as patient and get people through the transaction for working with them for 3+ years, right? It's not something everybody does. And you were able to build that relationship with your clients and give them the top-notch service to be able to do that. So that's what I really admire about you. So anyway, I really enjoyed our conversation about Silicon Valley, about you, and I think our viewers just need to know all about you and how you do business. So if you do have any referrals in the Silicon Valley, reach out to me or reach out to Shirley, and she can help you. And remember, everybody, this is inside the world of real estate, and we can help you anywhere in the world to find a property. So thank you so much, and you all have a great day.
Thank you very much for the time. This was great.
You're welcome.